Just got word that the Dolphins have fired Mike McDaniel. And let's go back to when John Harbaugh was fired. Harbaugh's agent said that he had already been contacted by more NFL teams than there were current openings. 6 openings, 7 teams reaching out. So let's take out the Ravens. There were a couple of teams and maybe a playoff team, from what I'm told, that might have at least put a bug in the ear of the agent of John Harbaugh if something were to happen. Whether that's true or not, or could happen. So I guess if you're looking at the Miami Dolphins and you got Mike McDaniel, and I even said this when this was all taking place, there are coaches walking around with their cell phones hoping that a text or a phone call from up above doesn't happen. And Mike McDaniel was one of those coaches. Because now I don't know if John Harbaugh is interested or Kevin Stefanski's interested, but you're firing him on a Thursday. What do you know now that you didn't know on Monday other than John Harbaugh is now available? Yes, Eaton.
My guess is I see it going like this. We waited. No, we're going to stick with him right now. We believe you. We believe in you. Let's have a meeting. So what are you thinking for next season? Well, we start with Tua. We're keeping him.
Okay.
And you're fired. All right. Thank you, Mike. And good luck to you in the future, but we're going to part ways. Thank you.
For over 40 years, Tire Rack's been helping customers find the right tires for how and what and where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection, convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. Yes, Paulie?
Mike McDaniel took over the Dolphins in 2022. 9-8, got to the wild card, got to the playoff appearance. Then they were 11-6, another wild card, but they were the number 1 offense in football. Last year, the 18th ranked offense in football. This year, the 26th ranked offense in football.
Yeah, it just feels like that he survived. We thought, okay, if you make it to Wednesday, chances are you're going to be safe. Man. Yes, Todd.
At least they got it in this week because there's no black next Monday. You got to get it within the 6-day period or it's really ridiculous. So
well, there might be. Who knows? Whatever happens this weekend. And look, I'm going to go back to what Dan Orlovsky said. And he's connected. And I said, is Sean McDermott coaching for his job? And he said, I hate to answer this, but if I'm going to be honest, I would say yes. I don't know if that's true or not. It feels like Sean McDermott's been coaching for his job for the last couple of years. But they're favored in Jacksonville against a team that's hotter than anybody right now. But Mike McDaniel out in Miami, is that a good job? Because that's you got to look at it and you got to be honest and you go, okay, is the Raiders' job a good job? No. Atlanta, a good job. We keep trying to convince ourselves that it's a good job. I do. I keep going, golly, they got to be better. Is Tennessee a good job? That one feels like as long as I have patience from up above, give me 3 years. I got my quarterback. I like my quarterback. He's competitive. He wants to be great. I got cap room. If you give me 3 years, maybe I can bring this team back to where they were with Mike Vrabel. Is Cleveland a good job? I would say no. You don't have a quarterback. You got front office. You got an owner who meddles. Great fan base. But your best asset, you should have traded. The Giants appear to be, that to me is a good job. I think they should be better than what they are. And I don't want to take a job because historically it's a better job than it used to be. Like Baltimore is a great job because that's ownership, front office, and they got a roster. And, I got my quarterback. Great football town. Yes, Todd.
And with all the parity in recent years, you can't necessarily take or not take a job because you're worried about the competitiveness of the division. Like if you're the Dolphins, I got to chase after, how am I going to get past the Bills and Patriots? If you're going to be given a good 3-4 years, and 1 year, as we know, some teams make the playoffs and they don't make the playoffs the next year. I wonder how much they factor that in, how tough the division is that you're going to take a coaching job.
The one thing that I thought of when we got this news is, what role did Troy Aikman play in this? He's a consultant to help them find their next general manager, I believe. Well, now he can help them find their next head coach. Dun, dun. While having another job.
By the way, that seems to be the new path these days. Matt Ryan wants to stay at CBS.
He's not. They're not going to allow that.
How can they not? You mean the NFL or CBS?
CBS isn't going to do it.
Yeah.
Matt Ryan, if you want to be the president of the Falcons, then be the president of the Falcons. I mean, no. It'd be silly. You want to be hands-on and you want to have that job. You're not traveling back and forth from New York to Atlanta. Commit to the job. If I'm CBS, losing Matt Ryan is not like losing Bill Cowher. He did a really good job there, but I would say do your job. Don't try to do both jobs. Troy's not doing this during the season. I mean, Tom Brady is. I've had a problem with that. But Troy, he's going to be a consultant, and this is going to be until they find their coach and general manager. Then he's going to go back to being a broadcaster. But Matt Ryan, I know that he talked about that, but I think that they decided that, hey, I got to be all in on this. Yes, Marv.
Going back to the Dolphins real fast, are they in the same category as like the Raiders and the Jets and the Browns as far as just inept franchises? Because they got a longer playoff win drought than a couple of those franchises. They're up there about 24, 25 years with no playoff wins.
Yeah. They thought they found their quarterback. They made the mistake of extending him, not making him prove it. You got the Tyreek Hill situation. Like, who knows? They gave away a couple of pieces prior to the trade deadline. I love their running back. Waddle, is he a number one? I don't know. I don't know what you have there. That's part of the problem. At least if you see building blocks and you go, okay, we got that position. Our line is pretty good. Hey, we got our quarterback. We got a number one wide receiver. Okay, those are things that that everybody has to have. Good offensive line. We got our quarterback, and I got a number one wide receiver. Okay. And then you can start to build. But these teams that we're talking about, a lot of these teams don't have that infrastructure. So Mike McDaniel's out, and the Dolphins are in the market for a head coach. Jesse Palmer, on loan from the mothership, will join us. He'll preview tonight's game. Talk to him about a few things. Your phone calls are also welcome. Final hour in this Thursday straight ahead.